What's up, Internet? I am an idiot. I just want that on record. I will point out it is currently December 23rd as I adjust the audio here, and I decided to brave the malls like a complete moron. It was the worst experience ever, but I had to go to the one UPS Purelator store we had in town, just so I could send out my Switch controllers to get fixed, so... Unfortunately, I had to go to the mall on, like, one of the last days before Christmas, which is, of course, when all the people who haven't done their Christmas shopping go out, and oh god, it was bad. Oh, I feel so tired right now. But either way, I'm back. I'm exhausted. Like, the moment I got home, I immediately kind of crashed because I'm not a very social person, so when there's, like, a lot of loud noise or people, I get, like, really ridiculously anxious because I have, like, severe anxiety disorder. And that just really wore me down really quick, and I basically just fell asleep for the past 6 hours. Which is not good. I've got too much stuff to get done for Christmas. On, like, my channel and stuff. But that's not the time, because we're doing Animal Crossing right now. And I don't think I actually properly resized the window, which could be a problem, because we were doing Bomberman last night. So I'm going to completely unprofessionally do this, and I apologize for this, but I think this is about to happen. Just because if I don't properly resize this, I'll go crazy. I should have thought about this before, but I just didn't. Alright. I think we're good now. Okay. Now let's head out, back to the town. My cat's standing at the door, which of course means he's going to go out, and if I don't let him out, he's going to be loud forever. Because he's a cat. Going out. Silly cat. Oh look, it's Blanca. Well, I think I know what we need to do for her face today. I think it's pretty obvious what we have to do. As I make a metric crap ton of sound, I'm sure. Oh, that's a noble shirt. Looks kind of good on her. Not gonna lie, Blanca. You have no face. I will fix this for you. Because I'm just that kind of guy. Okay, so I think this palette should be good enough. Good enough. I'm thinking something like... I don't quite like how that worked out. We'll make do. We'll find a way to make this work. Okay, now we need to access... I think that's how we got, right? I want to make a big circle. And another big circle. Like little ribbon trails over here. And then... I think because the spirit of candy. Put a little candy cane under the ribbon. And then for the spirit of silliness, put a little mini Christmas tree under there, just because whimsy. We need a star, of course. Although my star this year is a Gundam. Which makes it the best tree star ever. for those keeping track at home. And then I think we need a couple presents. Unfortunately, red and green are currently being used, so I guess we go with pink. And then we'll go with blue for the ribbon. And boom, she's a Christmas box. Or something. Just an average cat who happens to have a face that washes off. I get you. I know how that is. Okay. So, we should have probably gotten rid of those raffle tickets when we had the chance. Unfortunately, well, I was thinking about that beforehand. I was not thinking about that during hand, so to speak. Was that the same umbrella? Guess we got a lacy parasol, a checked umbrella, and another checked umbrella. Huh. I think that's the first time we've ever picked up two of the exact same object in the dump. That's a little odd. I would like to sell Mr. Nook. I'd like to sell all the Mr. Nooks. Alright, that's a few bells. That's not bad. I'm not complaining. And we've got a couple of fossils we can get rid of. This one. This one. And finally this one. Stego tail. T-Rex tail. And a padded torso off. We had 3 tails. We could have had 3 tails. Alas, we did not. We only got 2 tails and a torso. Still, we got some bells out of that, which is nice. No paperweights here. Not for us. Alright. Now again, I think we're gonna have to go out and buy all the shirts just for tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow. And we might have to do this a little bit early tomorrow, which requires me to remember to do that. Like that. And this is, of course, the... what is it? I was gonna say future shirt, but that's not right. It's like future optical, and I was about to say future, and it's like, no, future's the other one. We need to buy all the shirts. This is the prisoner shirt. And there's nothing facetious about that statement. It is literally a prisoner shirt. I shall buy this. And we'll take a good fortune shirt, because we need as much good fortune in our lives as possible. I really do. Oh, dear Lord. I absolutely do. No, I wouldn't care to try it on, but I will buy it. Because I need raffle tickets and I need shirts. Alright. I should take a purple tie-dye. Actually, I'm pretty sure we bought a purple tie-dye like last night. So, it's not going to matter if we have this, because you can only... having multiples of the same shirt doesn't help. And if they're kind of vaguely similar, there's like weird rules as to what constitutes a different shirt. It's not a matter of wearing a different shirt. But spoilers, what we're going to do requires wearing a bunch of different shirts. Alright. Well, we have basically no inventory space. That's not good. Plonk that there. Plonk this here. Plonk this over here. At least we got a couple sets of fantabulous little tickets now. I'm gonna plunk this over here. It has all been plunked. We have over here. It's Chow. He buried a kitty clock, but we know about that already. That's old news, Chow. Maybe Alderman's got something for us to do. You have nothing for us. Bleh! Okay, well, fine. I will leave you to your nothing then, Velma. We'll see how you like it. Peaches. Comic book to Cube? I can talk to Cube about a comic book. And I know where Cube is. He's all the way south. Because that's where he hangs out. Ooh, a thing I can dig up. Yes, please. Fossil. So let's go find Cube. But first, I think I'll probably swing by the beach. And maybe have a chat with Copper. Ooh, another thing I can dig up. Steroid. Tall Droploid. Hell yeah, Tall Droploid. Just gonna keep that in here. Because maybe we need all the Tall Droploids ever. Alright, let's see if we can see a coelacanth. Or a smelly seagull. Or a coelacanth. Or a smelly seagullacanth. Doesn't look like he's around here yet. Nope. That's too small to be coelacanth. Cube. That's a really ugly shirt, buddy. If I have to swing by Peach's house, I guess I can swing by Peach's house. You're welcome, Cube. I know. I'm the greatest hero who ever lived. Alright, Copper. I want to know if anything's going on. Ah, December 25th. There will be a bust illegal parkers, whatever. People parking in the town illegally. They'll be taken care of. Alright, well, let's go talk to good old Peaches. Peaches! I'm here to deliver this to you. It really is your comic book. Hey, stationery. I do need to get rid of some fossils. I'll have to do it like one at a time. That's going to be a little annoying. Well, can't be helped. Let's talk to Phyllis about these fossils we need to get rid of. Hey, a thing I can dig up. Yes, please. Oh good, another fossil. I'm kind of running out of space for these game. Alright, I want to mail a letter, Phyllis. This one specifically. Okay, now we gotta write another letter. Because that is appropriately themed. I'd like to mail a letter, but I forgot that I need to put something in it. Just give me a sec, Phyllis. Thank you. There you go. Oh, there's more, but I can't give it to you yet. You have to be patient. I know it sucks, because I'm not a patient person, but trust me. It'll be, I don't want to say worth it, it's just more work for you, but it's gonna be a thing in a sec. There you go. We're not done yet, Phyllis. I'll write another letter to the museum. Plonk it down there. And mail this out. I mail stuff at night. Because why not? It means I get to hang out with you, Phyllis. See you, Phyllis. Hey, Pete. Well, we know Pierce isn't around over here, but we can talk to him over here with his snow cone shirt. Actually, I think it's a pink tie-dye, but it looks like a snow cone. Yeah, he's right next to you, dude. Well, I mean, he's right behind... Okay. Well, I'm not complaining. Free reward for 0 work. I'll take it. He's literally right there. Also, I think he's bugging out a little. Seriously, Pierce, what is up with that? Oh, there we go. That was weird. What did we get? We got a Flick shirt. Cool. It's all flickery. Weber, your shirt is unbelievably ugly, buddy. Give me something to do. Preferably for nicer stuff than that ugly shirt of you. Chow has a watch. Well, I could talk to him about a watch, but... Is that really what you want, Weber? Just a watch? I don't know, I'm not someone who wears watches. I had a job where I had to wear a watch once, and instead of wearing it, I just, like, kept it in my pocket. Like, there's a wristwatch, too. It's like, I should have kept it on my wrist, but it's just like, yeah, I don't like that. So, I just kept it in my pocket the entire time. Because that's just the kind of person I am, I guess. There you go, Weber. Here's your watch. Stationery. Stationery. I don't have anything else to station. Oh well. Tangy! Has everyone lent out their watches? Then that's why they need to borrow watches, because everyone lent them out? Because that is sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Of sorts. Of course everyone's going to be missing their watches. They lent them all out because everyone else was missing their watches. Animal Crossing, you're being weird again. Well, here should be Ace. Hopefully he's still holding on to that watch. And you lent it to Goldie. Well, that's all well and good, I guess. That's Chow's house. I totally knew that. I wasn't going in there thinking it was Goldie's house. If that's what you thought, you're crazy. And you're not crazy. Therefore, you couldn't possibly have thought that. Alright, we gotta watch. So, gotta go talk to Tangy now. Goldie, you live, like, literally next to her. Why didn't you just return this yourself? I get it, it's cold outside, but still. It'd have been a 2-second walk. And heck, if you returned it to Tangy, maybe she would have invited you inside and got you hot chocolate or something. But no, Goldie doesn't get hot chocolate. Well, it wouldn't be chocolate, of course, because she's a dog. It would be like... hot carob. Yeah, okay, I could see why Goldie wouldn't want to return this now. Fair enough. I wouldn't want carob-related drinks in my life either. So we should probably talk to Goldie and see if she has anything in particular for us to do as well. Goldie! Give me something to do. I will retrieve your game guy. Because it's important to all possess Game Boys. They're awesome. Whoopsie. Totally intentional. I dug that pitfall to prevent people from breaking into Goldie's house. Yes, that's it. Makes perfect sense. Caesar. Give me Game Boy. Alright, I'll go talk to Chow then. To the place with the panda bear. And also Weber. But more importantly, Chow. There he is. Over much? I feel like that's not one word. I think at best you could hyphenate it. Though I could be wrong. I mean, the English language is like the most backwards-ass language known to man. Oh. I'm gonna be able to write 1 billion letters to no one. Alright, well... maybe Chow needs something. I'll take a Game Boy to Tangy. Consider it done. Alright. I don't understand what just happened. I tried to talk to her, but it wouldn't talk to her. Yes, it is your Game Boy. You should get excited. You can now go play Power Quest. Go play Power Quest. It's awesome. I could have used that carpet last night. But I didn't have that carpet last night, so alas, I couldn't make use of it. Okay. Guess we'll go talk to Cube and Camo Frog next. Cube, with your ugly, ugly shirt. First time we've been rejected tonight. Probably won't be the last. Go to Goldie's. Get a camera. Squash rage. Camo Frog mad must squash. Okay, so we gotta go to Goldie's, who is right here, and she's still home. That makes things easy for us. These quests are going real quick tonight, but they're plentiful, so that's kind of nice. See you, Goldie. Alright, so let's get these to Camo Frog. I have to deliver a thing to you, Camo Frog. Here you go. Beep boop 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 bloop. Hey, what did we get this time? We've gotten 0 furniture today. That kind of sucks. Skull shirt. Awesome. Alright, so next, I guess we'll go talk to Ace. Nope. Oh, that's okay. See, Ace. Spike. Yeah, I got that shirt too. We're twinsies. Go to Goldie's. Wow, Goldie has just borrowed everything today. Okay, but first I want to swing by the beach just to make sure Gulliver isn't around. And also see the cans to check. Nope. Nope. No coelacanths. No Gulliver. There's nothing for us at the beach, unfortunately. Alright. Goldie! Woof. Oh, now we got a quest where we have to talk to someone else. Alright, well, let's go find Pierce. I know where he is. Pierce should still be by Caesar's place. Let's see around here. Not the casino. I see. Well, why don't you ask him? You're right next to him, Pierce. And you're the one who borrowed it. Come on. Man up. Better get a piece of furniture out of this. All this extra running around I have to do. It's not ideal. Alright, so next we have to find Camel Frog. He's over here. He's gonna get mad. Oh, Cube's sad he had to default to his standard GameCube shirt. Sorry, Cube, but it does look like miles better than that ugly other thing you had. Yes, I have to run everywhere. I have caught all the insects. Hey, JavaScript Gold. How you doing tonight? I'm picking up, Camel Frog. Oh, good. You actually have it. I think you're like the 6th person I've had to go through for this stupid thing. If I don't get furniture for this, someone's getting smacked by a net. Okay, so... gotta get back to Spikes by the wishing well. Hanging out over here. There he is. I should have been wearing my skull shirt. Ah, missed opportunity. Oh, good. Actual rewards this time. Hey, Ketzel's here. Rocking a cruel shirt. Nice. He's trying to cosplay as Link or something. Oh, nothing for Ketzel. What did we get? Oh, we got a retro stereo. Cool. I mean, we've already got the best sound system, but still. Alright, let's go. Do you need something, Cookie? Oh, you're making a turn-based RPG. That's pretty cool. Anything in that N64 library of note you want to talk about? Ah, Pierce, you're angry. No, I don't want to make you angrier. I'll just go inside and make you less angry. Because that's how emotions work. There we go. No, no, no. Don't talk to him and get angry again. I need to ask if you need stuff. Take a Why does everyone have a million cameras today? And they're all borrowed from someone else. Some days in Animal Crossing are just weird. Alright, well, let's get this down to Spike. There you go. Oh, Paper Mario 64 is a pretty great game. I mean, it's one of, like, 3 RPGs the N64 actually got. And it's one of, like, 2 good ones. And the other one isn't really even an RPG so much as it's, like, just a weird turn-based fighting game. And Ocarina's a classic. I don't know, I know a lot of people love Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, but I think I like the original Paper Mario better. I just find some of the worlds in Thousand Year Door a little bit not great. I have all the suggestions for N64 games. Let's see. The obvious ones would be pretty much anything Rare ever made, but if I had to highlight one, Blast Core is, that one's pretty awesome. There's, of course, the other ones they made. Jet Force Gemini was great. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie's great. If you want to get topical and you don't mind, like, finding a translation patch out there, you could get the original Animal Crossing. Mischief Makers is a must-have. Let's see. If you're into 3D collectathons, the best one ever is Rocket Robot on Wheels. There is so many N64 games, I could go on forever. Star Wars Rogue Squadron is amazing. All 4 of the Bomberman games on the N64, again, being topical since I'm doing a bunch of Bomberman stuff this week. Yes, there was... The very first Animal Crossing was on the N64. It was Japanese only, though. If you're interested, you can go down to my YouTube channel and you can see a video I made way back when that was a compilation of some import N64 stuff I did, including the original Animal Crossing. But it's basically this game, except all the NESs are replaced with Famicoms. A lot of the dates and special events are slightly changed and there's less items. But there's 1 or 2 exclusive things for it. I should probably sell all this crap. Let's see what else was great. I know a lot of people really like the Turok games. I find them a little wonky, but I know a lot of people love those games. A lot of people like GoldenEye. I'm not one of those people, but that one is pretty often suggested. If you don't mind going back in time a little bit, there's also the original Smash Brothers. That game is alright. I absolutely recommend that you stay away from Quest 64. Oh god, that game is a piece of garbage. If you want a really odd RPG, there's Hybrid Heaven, which, again, being topical, is a Christmas game, so that works out well for everyone. There's, of course, Majora's Mask, if you want to keep going on Zelda games. There are so many N64 games that are just awesome to play. And that's just me, without having to actually go over to my shelf and look at half my N64 games. But there are a lot, and again, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see a lot of reviews and stuff I've done for N64 stuff, so there might be something there for you as well. Go to Pierce and get a comic book. I think I can do that. Tangy. Assuming he has it and I don't have to go through 12 other people to get there, I think I can do that. But, yeah, there's a lot of really good N64 games. I'd be less helpful in suggesting PS1 games, because my PS1 library is like 12 games right now. But N64 I can totally recommend. Can you recommend Saturn? Because I'm one of those weird people who not only had a Saturn, but thinks it's like the best console ever, because it absolutely is. Alright, so let's get this back to Tangy. Down here. If you're into, again, if you're into importing and you're into, like, Virtuon, you might want to look into Last Legion UX. That's a pretty hard to find game. As well as, if you like shooters, you definitely need to find Sin and Punishment. Another import. That one's pretty hard to find, though. If you're looking for an official cartridge, anyway. The Sega Saturn is a great console, it just didn't last very long, and it lasted even less long in North America. Which sucks, because it has some of the best games, I think. I mean, if you look at, like, my top 10 game list ever, like, half the games are tentatively on the Saturn. I know if I just threw out names for best Saturn games, at least 2 of my top 10 games are on the Saturn, but if I really thought about it, I could name a metric crap ton that are just worth it on the Saturn. Let's see, more N64 stuff. I would say that it's a little bit obvious, but I would suggest, again, if you're into shooters, you might want to look into Star Fox 64. It's not half as good as Panzer Dragoon, but it's probably the best rail shooter the N64 had, other than Sin and Punishment. And it's the last really good instance of Star Fox. Of all very few of them that there were. The F-Zero game on it was pretty good, from what I remember. The Kirby game is great. If you're more into point-and-click adventures and slower stuff like that, track down a translation patch for it, but you might be interested in Wonder Project J2. But again, like, the first things I'd probably recommend on the N64 are probably, like, the Bomberman games, because all 4 of them are pretty great, but Second Attack is probably the best one out of all of them. And I know a lot of people love to dump on Bomberman Hero for being just a little weird and different, but I'd say it's one of the better ones. The weird Japanese Bomberman 64 I streamed last night is... it's a little bit harder to play, and it's a little less traditional, because it's sort of like a combination of like a million different Bomberman games and stuff, but that game's pretty fun as well. We got shirts for Cookie. Okay, I can deliver that, no problem. But there's so many really good N64 games out there. Cookie, I have a shirt for you. One that will preferably not make you look like a picnic blanket. Ah, noble shirt. Nice. Yeah, I think purple really works well with you, Cookie. You need something now while I'm here? You don't have anything and you're lying. I hate you forever, Cookie. Never gonna talk to you again. Yeah, there's Pierce. Oh, top 10 N64 games. That's a tough one. I think Bomberman 64 Second Attack is probably the best N64 game by far. Like, regardless if you like single player or multiplayer, it's just amazing. I think second best N64 game would be Rocket Robot on Wheels. It's like Mario 64 or like Banjo-Kazooie, but better in pretty much every respect. I've got a huge review of that game. I think that was one of my earliest reviews, too. Let's see. Third one I'd have to recommend, Blast Corps, as I've said. Fourth one, Mischief Makers. That one's a little weird, though, because that is like the only N64 game that does not utilize the control stick in any way. It's entirely 2D in controlling, which is a little weird. But it's a great game. And it's by Treasure, which means, of course, it's going to be great. Let's see. What would I name as, like, the fifth best N64 game? I'm going to say Star Wars Rogue Squadron. And the only reason I'm saying that is just because if I defaulted to just listing Bomberman games, we'd be halfway through. Let's see. What else could we put on a list of best? Paper Mario would probably be a sixth, easily. That's one I still need to find myself. Part of me wants to recommend Jet Force Gemini on that list, but at the same time, if you've got an Xbox One, you can get Jet Force Gemini that has an updated control scheme that actually works, because the old control scheme is a little iffy. So you know what? It's a little short, but I'm gonna throw out, I think we're at number 7, Pokemon Snap. It's short and it's weird, but it's a great game that's very indicative of the N64. I think the next one would probably be Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. Again, it's definitely a bit of an old-feeling game, and it's not the best Kirby game ever made, but it's certainly one of the most interesting ones. It's like half the concept of that new Kirby Star Allies, except it was made actually competently. What else? What else could we put on a list of best N64 games? I honestly think I need to look at my shelf for a sec to work on that. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, you know, if you love shooters, you need Doom 64. Very, very different from the other Dooms, but one of the best, I think. I think it's better than the original, certainly. Oh, I am so stupid. I can't believe I didn't think of mentioning this. Space Station Silicon Valley. That is a game made by Rockstar. Before they were known as Rockstar, anyway. And that is a game centered around possessing robot animals and horribly murdering them. I have a review of that on my channel. You might want to check that out as well. But that is one of the most noteworthy N64 games. And then throwing out one more name. I'm going to keep looking at my shelf here. What else do we got? What stands out to me as being awesome? We already suggested that. No. Nope. one. That one's pretty good, but I don't think so. No. It's definitely not the best in the series, and it's probably just a nostalgia trip for me, but for the final one, I'm just gonna say Harvest Moon 64. It's not quite as advanced as later Harvest Moon games, and there's a lot of, like, stuff you can miss if you're not careful. Well, there's not a lot of stuff, but there's some stuff you can miss if you're not careful, but I think it's probably either that or Friends of Mineral Town are, like, the best Harvest Moon games. A new harp? I actually don't need this, but, it lets me harp on people, sure. Oh, you mean as in the musical instrument? Well, then, I don't need that, thank you, Quetzal. Weber, does your ugly pineapple shirt need something? Actually, that reminds me, I have got to stream some Bomberman 64 at some point this week for my review. I'm probably going to have to do that tomorrow or the next day. I know tonight I have to do my last night of my Christmas Bomberman thing, so that'll be probably for next week, and I'll do Bomberman 64, which means I probably need to get on recording footage probably tomorrow. Okay, just gotta make a special note of that. Also, I gotta put out a bunch of videos tonight. Oh, I'm so busy, it's December and I hate that. Alright, well, maybe Caesar needs something. Stop running away from me. Comic book to Goldie. Or from Goldie, sure. Okay, now you can talk to each other and make each other sad by changing shirts or whatever you people do. Or don't. I don't know what triggers that. Yeah. I haven't slept since November. That's how busy I am. I've got so much end-of-year videos and other streams and nonsense I gotta get done. On top of standard, like, holiday nonsense. And then, really just recently something kind of major happened in the family, so that's kind of been really tough to deal with as well. So, you know, it's definitely not been a good time. I have not seen my bed in a month. And, I very much look forward to when I can actually sleep again. It would be nice. Okay, so this goes to Cookie Caesar. I knew I was coming this way for something. There's your comic book. Hey, we'll take clothes. That'll be useful for tomorrow when I can trick Jingle into all the presents. Not that Christmas is about receiving, or anything. Except in Animal Crossing it absolutely is. Which is why you need to trick the holiday guy to steal all the stuff, because this game pays to be the Grinch, basically. Or at the very least, you know, hide your identity. Sell, 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 sell. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, falling asleep at your desk and stuff like that, that's been happening a lot. I end up using, like, my keyboard as a pillow, and every morning, like, I'll wake up and I'll have, like, the letter J imprinted on my forehead. And it's like, oh, good. I got another 15 minutes of sleep. Tremendous. Back to working on end-of-year, game-of-the-year lists. I will talk to Caesar about your picture book, Peaches. Consider it done. Oh, and I still gotta do our extra Bomberman thing tonight as well. Oh, I got so much to do. I'm still a little bit iffy on what we're gonna do tonight for our Bomberman thing, though, because, like, I had an idea. But then I had, like, 3 other ideas as well, so I don't know if I'm gonna jump between a couple stuff, or if I'm just gonna dedicate myself to my original idea. I'm not sure yet, but I think once I'm done this, I'll wait an hour, and then I'll just stream that, because I gotta finish up reviews and post videos. So I think that's what is... Where am I going? I can't remember. You can clearly see I'm not getting much sleep. Do you need a favor, Chow? Because I don't know who I'm talking to. I think it might be Goldie. Possibly. I clearly have 0 mental acuity right now. I mean, the nice thing is if I just ask literally everyone if they need something, eventually I'll run to the person who actually does have the thing that I need, but at the same time, that's not the best strategy, I don't think. Tangy, still wearing your prisoner shirt? Pokemon Pikachu, take it to Peaches. Silly old Peaches. I will deliver it, I have to go there anyway. But I got something else I gotta do a little bit first there, Tangy. But I will be back as soon as I can with that. Now, I still gotta figure out who has the other thing that we're going after that I don't even remember what it was. Ooh, a thing I can dig up. Yes, please. Please be a gyroid. That would just be the best. Yeah! Got a nebuloid. And we gotta clean up the worst acre ever. Ugh. This acre's the worst. Where is Camofrog? Go to Spikes. Get a... Okay, I think we've gotten to Spike for like 12 cameras today. Okay. Nope, don't need to go to Cubes. You know, it's going to turn out that I need to talk to Velma to get a thing for Peaches. And it's like, Velma, you're standing next to her house. You live next to her. Just deliver the stupid thing. Don't make me go and get it. Spike's not here, that's right. Oh, Ace is here. Maybe Ace has what I need. Okay, go to Camofrogs. Well, I need to go to Spikes to turn something to Camofrog anyway, so yeah, that works out well. Well enough anyway. Spike! Alright, we can compound our missions. It's pretty rare this ever happens. And I think we'll probably go buy our flowers and head home. So we can go work on our garden, possibly go ghost hunting, and then prep the ever-living hell out of my equipment so that I can do Bomberman stuff in an hour. Camofrog! I'm here to pick up a thing. Quetzal. Classic Quetzal. Just stealing stuff from Camofrog, that's fine. I gotta deliver a thing to you now. Here you go. Oh good, stationery. That's not the worst thing in the inventory ever. Alright, let's go run this all the way down to Quetzal's. And see if Quetzal will let us. Don't talk to people. You're gonna make them sad and you're gonna get rid of his cool shirt. And I like his cool shirt. It's not a cool shirt, but it is a cool shirt. Alright, let's go return all the stuff to Peaches. That's our next step. Alright. Now, Peaches. Hanging out over here. And let's go deliver all our stuff. Gotta deliver this to you. Your outdated virtual pet thingy. Hey, furniture, finally. And also I need to deliver this to you. It is your picture book. You're welcome. Hey, more furniture. Cool. Let's see what we got. We got a sawhorse and a sprinkler. Because that's what you need in the middle of goddamn winter. A sprinkler. That just makes sense, really. Alright, let's sell a bunch of this stuff to Nook. Okay, sell that, sell that, sell that. Don't need that. I don't think that's enough space, though. Yeah, that's just enough space. Man, I wish we had more inventory space. Can't buy a bigger backpack in this game, though. I shall buy this. I shall buy this. I shall buy this. I shall buy this. And finally, we can't let this last one get lonely, so we'll buy it too. Alright, time to go work on our garden and try to go ghost hunting. Although I don't think there'll be ghosts around today. Could be wrong, but I don't think that'll be the case. It would be under the name Debotes no Mori. It would be under the D's. Because it never got released in English, you'll have to find a patch for it. I'm pretty sure they exist. That said, if you've ever played Animal Crossing, it's literally the same game. The N64 one is just ported to the GameCube at this point. In fact, it's so small on the GameCube disc that if you were to turn on the GameCube Animal Crossing, load up your town, you could open up your GameCube, remove the disc, and it would still play perfectly fine. It never has to load any additional data. So theoretically, if you and everyone else on the planet never turned off your GameCubes, you could all be simultaneously running Animal Crossing towns with one disc. It's absurd to do so, but on a technical level you could do it. Alright, Rover. You're telling me the things that you tell me every single time. Quit it. Get some new dialogue written, please. Or more than, like, 2 different instances of everything you can say, because seriously, it gets boring. Ah, it's still snowing, so more gyroids in our future, it seems. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a letter from home. Well, he wouldn't be the only... Huh. I guess because it's Christmas, we get extra music now. That's kind of nice. I'm pretty sure Rover does live on the train. I also think he's secretly Blanca in disguise. But he's not the only hobo of the rails I've run into. The mayor decided to leave and live on the rails at one point. It was weird. But that's because, you know, when you play this game for as long as I have, like even just for these streams, you know, you see a lot of weird stuff. And today is why we're saving up all these ugly, ugly shirts we don't need. Hey, tickets! Is there a shirt in there? Yes, there is. Also, don't litter. Littering's wrong. I spent an entire month of this game cleaning up a town because of litter. But at this point, we kind of have to. Okay, we got another shirt. Drop. Okay, fine. I will drop a shirt here. Now we need this present. Ah, tickets. I can grab these though. Plunk that there. Plunk these here. Plunk that there. Plunk that here. And plunk... Oh, that's a gyroid. I guess I can go there just to save space for the moment. Alright. It is Deboats no Mori, so I believe it's... I can find something real quick that'll have the original name on it. Because spelling for me is hard when I have 0 sleep for a month. Just go to My Games, N64, games I own, be under D. Here it is. Deboats no Mori. Alright, here it is. There we go. So trying to play off the preview doesn't work when you don't use the proper preview, as I learned. Yeah, no problem. Helping to inform people about games is literally my job. As unsuccessful as I am at it, it is my job. So I don't mind. It's what I'm passionate about, and that's what makes me happy. So if I can help point people towards fun games, I'm happy to do so. Alright, time to go ghost hunting. Because we've worked on our garden a little bit. Oh, that's Goldie's house. I keep thinking that, like, this is 1 acre off. And it's like, what house is that? Since when do we have a new house? No one ever moves to town. Oh, that's... right. Okay, fair enough. Well, looks like Tortimer's not around yet. I think he gives us something special today. 10,000 bells. Nice. I'm not gonna complain about 10,000 free money. We're gonna run to a bacon-eyebrowed pelican over here. I don't think so, but we might. That is definitely not a coelacanth. Hey, thanks JavaScript Gold for the follow. Alright, that is not a coelacanth. But we found a thing I can dig up. It's a fossil. Don't have room for it in my inventory, though. Or at least in my letters. It's still a sea bass. I think I might have to record some of this audio once I'm done streaming, just for future use. Because you don't hear this song too often. Hey, another fossil. Tremendous. Let's not destroy our garden. Don't want to run through that. I feel bad. I've spent literally a year on this thing. So far, it's not looking like we got ourselves a ghosty. Are we gonna find Gulliver? Ah! We found a ghosty! Nice. Of course, that's the easy part. Alright, Wisp. You need me to catch 5 magical wiggly ghosty bits. I haven't seen them because they don't spawn until I talk to you. It's kind of annoying. The Gooch? Okay, well, let's save Wisp from the Gooch. Alright. So, I think I hear my cat calling. Better go help him. Someone let him outside. Okay, Mr. Cat, I'm coming. Hold on. Silliest of all the silly cats. Coming in? Okay. So let's go ghost hunting. Right after I dig this thing up, because of course I need to. Alrighty. Now Mr. Cat wants to help me play. Alright, let's go, Lloyd. Mini Harmonoid. Okay, so I guess we'll start in this corner and work our way back. Just gotta keep an eye out for the wiggly, magical, ghosty bits. And I don't think they'd be on this acre because Wisp is here. Well, there was also an anime about it, but I'm pretty sure someone made a fan translation of the original N64 game. Unfortunately, I play it off console, so I can't partake in that usefulness. And I can't read Japanese, which is a problem, but it's still a fun game. Okay, Mr. Cat. Let's see if we find any magical wiggly ghosty bits. Somewhat like the outside, you're all cold. No coelacanths around here, though. Yeah, we've already covered one row of these, and we still haven't found one. That's not good. Well, we now know that they can spawn on this acre, so now we gotta check extra careful for them. Can't just write this acre off. Come on, wiggly ghosty bits. Where are you? It'd be so much easier if there wasn't any snow on the trees. That's for sure. And that it wasn't snowing. It's a small thing, and I get that like the snow doesn't exactly look like little ghost fragments, but at the same time, it's just one more thing you kind of have to like ignore. And when you do, you kind of start like ignoring actual things you shouldn't be ignoring. And of course, it's not like they actually have that really nice glow effect that they have once you capture them. That would actually make this kind of easy. Not a big fan of the fact we've covered almost a quarter of the town at this point. We still haven't found one of them. I don't want Wisp to be subject to the Grooch. There's one. Alright. 4 more to go. Yeah. I've got both versions. I can tell you that it's 99% the same game. There's just a translation, and they changed some of the events and added special event items. And they changed the Famicom's to NES's, and a couple, like, the Famicom games are a little different. Like, I think there's a Mahjong game instead of, like, Excite Bike or something, which is a really dumb change. It's a change for the better. We got the better one, but their version is just dumb. But that comes from someone who has no interest in Mahjong as well. I know how to play Shanghai, but that's not really Mahjong, it just uses the tiles. But yeah, the actual amount of data on the GameCube disc is so small you can play it without the disc being in the system. That's just because all I did was basically copy the ROM and translate it. Although, there will be a couple differences. For example, the villager Jane will look completely different. They changed her sprite for the North American release because they felt she was racially insensitive. And I'm not sure if the translations would ever acknowledge it, but Sahara and Gracie are just really effeminate men in that game, whereas here they're women, because Japan. There's a few changes, but not a ton of them. It's really just more or less a straight port. At least relative to how much they could have added, or at the very least fixed. Or at least flagged properly so that this game was a little bit less buggy. It's a little weird seeing characters spawn on the train tracks, or people that ask you to deliver a ball when they're inside, so you can't possibly ever actually deliver a ball to them. We need 3 more, and we've only covered like half the village. This is not ideal. guess I haven't been to these acres yet. I don't think I was in Cube's acre either. Come on, wiggly ghosty bits, where are you? There's a ball. Which can fall off a cliff and die. Those stupid balls with their stupid physics. Worst quests in the game. Okay, well we checked here already. I guess the next logical place would be here. There's one. Unfortunately, I don't know how to do this without wrecking the flowers. Shoot. Alright, 3. Oh, that's weird. Makes you reconfigure everything on a keyboard. That's... I can't imagine that being an ideal way to play. Ooh, stringfish. I'm gonna grab that, because that's 15,000 bells right there. Assuming that it actually wants to look at my bobber. Come on. Eh. Oh, come on. Eh. Aw. This is why playing with a cat, also playing with the controller, is a little tricky. He's trying to be Mr. Helpful Cat, but he's really Mr. Distracting Cat. Makes it really hard to actually, like, press the buttons. Okay, well, we can still get the magical wiggly ghosty bits. There's 2 more around here. The question is where? Guess might as well grab the net while I'm here. Doesn't look like there's anything around here. We're running out of acres to search. That's not encouraging. I have played pretty much all the Animal Crossing games, except for like weird amiibo game and the phone game. I've always been a big fan of this game series. With the exception of the Wii one, I think that one was kind of phoned in. But it's also been a very long time since I played that particular game. Okay, we have to catch one more ghost, but I don't know where it is, and we're running real close to have gone through every acre. Oh, we got an oboid, so that's kind of nice. Hooray for oboids. I think we already have this one, though. Don't need the fishing rod, need the bug net. Okay. I missed a giant lily that sat in the middle of the pond. Okay, I think we got a ghost here, so it wouldn't be here again. Pretty much just leaves this acre. Hey, there's Pearl. Talking to Copper for some reason. Maybe she found something missing. Actually, I need to talk to Copper as well. Not really. I don't think the GameCube is the best necessarily. I think the Sega Saturn is the best. I think the Super Nintendo and Genesis are the best. I think the Neo Geo is the best. I don't necessarily think that the GameCube's the best, though. I mean, the GameCube basically lost that generation for a reason. That's just because it was super far behind technology-wise, but it also didn't have a lot of games to support it. And it's really hard for a console to actually get into because a lot of their games, like even the common ones, are super rare now. Like, I think I've only found one game on eBay for the GameCube that's like less than 20 bucks now. It's like, wow, that is... These are common games, too. It's kind of insane. Yeah. I mean, the only console of that generation that did worse than the GameCube was the Dreamcast. And to be fair, I think the Dreamcast was a better console. But... I think it had a terrible controller, but I think it was the better console of the generation for sure. That should have done a lot better, but that was all because Sega had it, like, really messed up. sort of development and like release schedule for the time. With the 32X and the Sega CD, and of course the Saturn, which they never supported, and then, you know, the Dreamcast came out and they just said, well, that's cool, but, you know, you're going to get rid of it in a couple months, so we'll just wait for the next one. And then they didn't make a next one, because no one bought it, and it's sad. What's depressing is, like, the Dreamcast is, like, getting to be really expensive to collect for as well. And, I mean, my Dreamcast collection is, like, 3 games big, and 2 of them are some of the worst games on the system. Which is really depressing when I think about it, but regardless. You know, I still have Mach-In X. There it is, there's the last wiggly ghosty bit. We missed it. Yeah, I could see hating the 8th generation. I mean, even now, and it's winding to a close, but I'm sitting here still referring to this current existing generation as the next gen. Like, as it just doesn't feel like it's really hit, that there's been all that much worthwhile. I think I have played all of one game that absolutely would make me recommend, like, a PS4. And then I played 1 or 2 games that were, you know, kind of fun, and I could see them being, like, nice to bolster a library, but there's not really all that much that's an absolute must-have this generation. Don't even get me started on the Wii U. I mean, I have almost every worthwhile Wii U game, and it's like, well, it's not saying much. What really pisses me off about the Wii U is the fact that, like, the Switch is having pretty much all the best games. Okay, let's not pull weeds or paint my roof. Just give me something I don't already own, Wisp. I think the 7th generation actually had a lot of value in terms of, at least for me, being a little bit more social. Like, I'm an antisocial person in general, because I'm just severely socially anxious, but, you know, stuff like how the Xbox 360 was built made it really easy to just find people online and play with them and actually have a really good time. We got a soda machine. Nice. Well, it's something we didn't have. But, like, this past generation, it's like, well, I feel like it hasn't started yet, and it's, like, over. I don't know. Certainly if you're getting into the 8th generation, I would avoid the Xbox One because it has all of, like, 2 exclusives. I think it's fundamentally a little bit better in terms of, like, the overall, like, infrastructure and, like, the systems to actually get around, but, like, in terms of a sheer library, the PS4 is way better. But, yeah, we did ghost hunting. Oh, we still have our letter we need to read. And I think I'm gonna call that... I don't even think the 360 was for competitive gaming. At least for me. For me, it was for social gaming, which was something I never really did before that. What did we get from home? Hey. I think that's a new letter we never got before. Nice. I would say PS3, yeah. I could see saying that either was casual, really, it just depends. I mean, really, if you're going to play competitively, it's PC gaming or nothing, really. Which is why those PC Master Race guys are just so obnoxious to deal with, because they're so elitist. I like having something on my TV, and I like having a controller in my hands. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but that's just how I like to roll. Anyway, that will be it for Animal Crossing tonight. If you're going to be around, I will probably be back in about an hour to finish off Bomber Week 2019, where we're going to play at least 1, possibly 3 obscure handheld Bomberman games as a fun little bonus for all the other Bomberman streams I've done over this past week. Hope you enjoyed, and if you did, follow the stream to know when we go live, because we do this every single night, plus other stuff when I happen to have the time. I'm hoping to do 1 or 2 new things in the new year. I'm not sure I'll be able to do it immediately because, as I said at the start of this, I just went to the mall today, which was a stupid idea, to send out my Switch controllers. So until those get back, I might not be able to do anything about that. But we'll see. I might be able to borrow a pair. Who knows? You might want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see everything else I do, which is over 1,400 videos. We're getting close to 1,500 videos right now. And not just Animal Crossing videos, but videos of any type of game you could think of. I got you covered. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon, support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is really enjoy this Christmas tune. Seriously, I am going to have to record some of this once I'm done streaming, because seriously, I got to use this for something. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.